Please subscribe and you can download this code from description below. Certainly. Here's an informative tutorial about Google App Engine, GUI, with Python 3, focusing on mixing standard and flexible environments for WebSockets, including code examples. Introduction to Google App Engine. Google App Engine, GUI, is a platform as a service, PaaS, offering by Google that allows developers to build and host applications in Google's data centers. GUI supports various programming languages and runtimes, including Python 3, and offers both standard and flexible environments. The standard environment is more restricted but provides automatic scaling, while the flexible environment allows for more customization and supports a wider range of language runtimes. Using Google App Engine with Python 3 for WebSockets. To implement WebSockets on GUI with Python 3, a combination of both standard and flexible environments can be utilized. This is because the standard environment doesn't directly support WebSockets, but the flexible environment does. We can deploy separate services using each environment and make them communicate with each other. Prerequisites. Steps. 1. Set up your Google Cloud project. 2. Create the standard environment app. 3. Create the flexible environment app. 4. Connecting the apps. The standard environment app can now make HTTP requests to the flexible environment app to establish a WebSocket connection. You can use the URL of the flexible app to initiate WebSocket connections from the standard app. This setup enables the standard environment app to interact with WebSockets via the flexible environment app, acting as a bridge. 5. Testing and scaling. Test the connection and functionality thoroughly. You can scale the flexible environment app as needed based on the traffic and load using the Google Cloud Console. This approach allows you to leverage the strengths of both environments to achieve the desired functionality. Conclusion. In this tutorial, we've combined the capabilities of both standard and flexible environments on Google App Engine to incorporate WebSockets in a Python 3 application. This method allows you to work around the limitations of the standard environment and leverage the more flexible capabilities of the flexible environment to handle WebSockets effectively. Remember, this is a basic example. You may need to adjust it based on your specific application's requirements and best practices. ChatGPT. Google App Engine provides both standard and flexible environments for deploying web applications. Python 3 is supported in the flexible environment, while Python 2 is the primary choice in the standard environment. However, in some cases, you might want to utilize both environments to take advantage of their respective features. This tutorial will demonstrate how to integrate the standard and flexible environments in Google App Engine, specifically for WebSockets, utilizing Python 3. We'll create a standard environment app to handle regular HTTP requests. For this, we will use Python 3. Create the following files in your project directory. This sets up a basic Flask app to serve HTML content. We'll create a flexible environment app to handle WebSocket connections. Python 3 is supported in the flexible environment. This sets up a Flask Socketio application to handle WebSocket connections. In your HTML file, index.html, use JavaScript to establish a WebSocket connection with the flexible environment app. Replace your _flexible_app URL with the URL of your deployed flexible environment app. Access the URL of your standard environment app in a web browser. The HTML page should be rendered. Check the browser's console for WebSocket-related messages upon loading the page. This tutorial demonstrates the integration of Google App Engine's standard and flexible environments to handle both regular HTTP requests and WebSocket connections using Python 3. Customize and expand upon this foundation for your specific application needs. ChatGPT.